Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Aki again, back with another Clash of Clans video. In this video, we are doing top 3 strategies for CWL. The number 3 strategy being the Super Hogs. I had a real big struggle. Should I put them here? Should I put Super Witches? Should I put Super Yetis? They're all so close to each other. Today, I just felt like I should put the Super Hogs because I've been having so much fun with them. I'm going to be doing only a single attack for each army, but don't worry, I will be having a dedicated video to this Super Hog strategy because I've been having so much fun with it. You can change up some of the equipment if you want to change out the life gem for the healing tome. That's fine too. Royal Champion, I like the Hog Puppet. If you want, you can have the Rocket Spear because we are recalling and then you can use it mid-attack. That's another option. But now, let's go turn our attention to the first attack. Okay, time for the first attack here. We have an invisibility tower base. That is fine, but I'm a little bit worried. My Royal Champion, I need to cut through a portion of the base. I might actually turn this into a log launcher dive this time because I want to set off those invisibility towers. Let's see if we can get this to work. So I'm going to go Royal Champion from the top side or the bottom side. Doesn't really matter. I could even go into all this damage here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to go this corner. Let's see if this pays off, that big change I decided to make there. Royal Champion's going to take some damage, so I'm actually just going to make invis. I was going to wait and try just pushing through. Don't think that was going to be worth it because my Royal Champion would have been in some serious trouble there. Next, invisibility. Spirit Box, stay safe. Nice. Okay, doing great here. That Minion Prince is just lurking, so we do have to be a tad bit careful there. She's invis, and now I'm going to get my hand on the recall spell, seeing which direction my Royal Champion takes. Oh my gosh, she just barely made it out of there without popping her ability, which is awesome. But I need to make sure she does not pop her ability here because that would be not worth it. Now let's focus in on the opposite side. Let's go Skeleton Spell out here. Ice Golem, Apprentice Warden, Log Launcher, King, Queen. We're going to go double Yetis, Headhunter, Super Wall Breaker in automatically. Look, we set off that invisibility tower, but my troops are going to stay right there. That's exactly what I want. I'm going to go King ability right now to open some of these walls up, get some more damage. I need some damage further from the log launcher. I can't stay too long here, so I'm going to start with my Super Hogs. Warden, Royal Champion. Going to go Headhunter here. I'm going to get my first freeze down on this Ricochet Cannon. Warden ability. Nice. Let's go Poison Spell. We set off that core. That's exactly what we wanted. We're going to go Freeze. We're going to go Rage Royal Champion. Let's see. If they can just tear through one of those scatter shots, that would be perfect. Then I can use this freeze on this backside here. Royal Champion still got a round of invisibility left through her. We got a bunch of Super Hogs up. I'm going to actually have to heal them through here because that Inferno is going to do way too much damage. Royal Champion's going to be able to tank for us. I'm going to get her through a set of walls here, or she's going to have to turn around. We got some Hogs up there. Bunch of Hogs, actually, I should say. Sorry, what I meant was the little guys right down there. Queen still got our ability. This one's going to be a ton of overkill, actually. There's still a minute left in this base, and we got ourselves a 3-star without popping the Queen ability. That is awesome. That's why I'm loving the Super Hogs. I don't know. I was doing a ton of friendly challenges, and they just worked so dang well for me. Hence, I kind of put them at the 3rd spot. Is that a little bit of cheating and not really thinking too much? But I'm kidding. Super Yetis, Super Witches, even Rocket Loon Fireball all could have gone here. Rocket Loon Fireball, just because of difficulty, I put down a little bit lower. They might be like 5th or 4th right now in my top 5 list. But Super Hogs are top 3. I will now see you guys at the 2nd placed army. Okay, for the 2nd army in the game, I still have to put Root Riders here. They are very, very strong. I do put them a shade below the Dragons. That might be a little bit personal preference, but I've seen Dragons just dominate all around. This is the army I like to use with Root Riders. You guys can change things up. That's the nice thing about Root Riders. You could add a Fireball in there if you want. You can add in the King. You can change a ton of stuff up. You don't need the Overgrowth. You can overload on some more Rages, whatever you want. It's a ton of fun. And even for the Royal Champion equipment, I like having the Rocket Spear. Some people like the Haste. It's totally up to you. But let's see if we can get a 3-star with this army. Again, you can also use the Troop Thrower as well, but that's besides the point. Now, Royal Champion, I want to dive in and set up a awesome funnel. And seeing this like bottom side compartment so compact, if I could take that out, I set such a nice funnel up. So let's get my Royal Champion in there. We're going to get the first invisibility down in a second. Just about now. Perfect. We'll let her take some damage. Spirit Box stayed safe. So that's all good. Now Royal Champion's going to move in towards these air defenses. I got to be a little bit careful seeing what direction she's going to take. She goes towards the X, but that's fine though. I am happy about that, but I do want to make sure she could get in towards that single target Inferno. I would be quite happy, but can she actually do that? Yes, she can. Oh, wow, this is awesome. And then I'm going to let her take that down, and then you know what? She's going to take some shots at the Town Hall, but she got locked onto. See? Now I'm going to set the opposite side funnel with the Siege Barracks Queen, a couple super barbs like this, and then the skeleton spell here to distract the ricochet cannon. We're going to get our Root Riders through the other side. Apprentice Wardens, get our healers in. Loons in. Go Warden. Minion Prince. Couple Wizards, sure, why not? More super barbs. At this point, my Queen is going to struggle, so I actually might send in the Roll Champion there. You're going to be like, Aki, what are you thinking? Well, I can pop her ability early, and then I can just freeze if I need to on any crazy damage. Let's get a Rage here for the healers. Make sure my troops are doing good. Roll Champion is healthy now too. And now I'm going to pop the Minion Prince ability here. Fine if he gets hit by anything. I'm going to heal my troops back up pretty soon. Look at that. Very, very nice. And then I can overgrowth whatever I want. If I see too much damage on the backside, no worries there. I can overgrowth it. I'm going to wait until that poison tower is kind of thrown, because I feel like I get a ton of value just overgrowthing out that damage for right now, and then having my troops focus in on this key area here. I'm going to pop the Queen ability, get them out, get the Giant out for some additional tanking. At this point, Minion Prince is taking a ton of damage. Hopefully he could stay up. He actually stays up because his cleanup is going to be awesome. And then we still have some... Do we have some Root Riders? Yes, we do. That can open up those walls. Nice. We actually got a ton of them up. Minion Prince is going to play some cleanup on the backside, which is hilarious. Queen's going to go down. Oh, sorry. The enemy Queen's going to go down. But we've got our Queens here cleaning up. Giant providing some amazing tanking. And look, your Minion Prince isn't down. Still 40 seconds left. Even though there is the the Ricochet Cannon, sorry. I'm not too scared about that. Minion Prince goes down, but that's why I like the Phoenix on him. I usually run the Angry Jelly, but I feel like for reasons like this is why I really prefer having the Phoenix to get that extra bit of value and squeeze out of him. But now, after this, I will see you guys now at the #1 strategy in the game. I've already kind of told you what it is, but hey, I'll see you guys with the dragons. Okay, now for the #1 strategy in the game, in my opinion, Mass Dragons with the Quad Clone. If you want to make it foolproof for even later, you can use the RC charge here as well if you don't trust after the June update when we get the rework to the Eternal Tome. I still think it's going to be amazing. I will show these attacks off after that as well. But now let's focus up here for this CWL. This army is going to smash for you guys. But what do we want to do here? Well, with the Queen, you can take out air defenses. You can take out sweepers. If you have invisibility towers, you can use that giant arrow to set those off. For a base like this, we got 2 sweepers pointing at each other. I personally think for funnel's sake, I want to take care of some air defenses. So I think this Dark Spell Factory here, once my Queen turns and fires, allows me to take out both. Sweet, we're going to go Roll Champion for the opposite side. We're going to get in a bunch of dragons at this corner here. We're going to go Blimp, everything, Warden ability early. The reason I did that Warden ability so early is because I knew my Queen was stuck in there. And she's going to take care of that Ricochet Cannon. And then we're going to start cloning all around here. Take the shape of that whole compartment. Look at that. The Yetis are now going to be able to tank for us. I can use my Minion Prince ability a little bit later, depending on which direction he takes. I'm not going to rush and panic into one. But I also think we want to fire off a decent one right there. Oh, that's perfect. We got that sweeper in there too. We got dragons at the top side. Going to fight off the Monolith Minion Prince, which is actually a ton of damage over there. But because there's so many of them, you're not really going to be ever too pressed to struggle, because look, they made it through that multi-gear tower. We got dragons in the middle. Even though they are a little bit lower health, you still have your Queen with the giant and a dragon. Or wow, whoa, actually I'm forgetting there's 3 dragons down here too. So that's the beautiful thing about this army. You're never too pressed for time. You're never really pressed for power. I haven't found, even on different styles of bases. Like there's still 4 dragons at the bottom side with the Warden, Queen, giant, and then you still got 4 dragons up there. So half of your army is still up at this point, and there's still 1 minute and 40 seconds. So again, I stand by the fact that you'll never really time fail. That's impossible with this army because the clones are so quick. You're using so many spells ASAP. Your dragons are just ripping through with the Raid Gem. Ridiculous stuff. This is going to be like a 95-second 3-star, which we take all day. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Use these strategies for CWL. If they help, great. If you have any questions about them, please do let me know. But if you want change out the clones for the invis. That's totally fine. I have videos on that too. I'll have that linked here. You can check that out. But thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. I will see you guys very soon. Peace out.